Now today start our next chapter, Formatting in MS Word 2010. Microsoft Word is a word processor that helps us to create documents with a professional look. It provides features to type and modify text. It also enhances the appearance of text and gives an option to preview a document before printing it. Let us learn how to make a page attractive by changing the default page setting in Word 2010 document. Advanced formatting tools. Let us begin by learning the following advanced formatting tools. Format Painter. Format Painter tools allow you to copy all the formatting such as color, font style, size and so on from the selected text in a document and apply this property to another section of the text in the document. To use Format Painter, follow the given step. Select the text from which you wish to copy the formatting. Click the Format Painter button in the clipboard group on the Home tab. Notice that the mouse pointer changed to a paintbrush icon. Click and drag the paintbrush icon over the next text to apply the formatting. Now I again repeat the step to use the Format Painter. First, select the text from which you wish to copy the formatting. Second step, click the Format Painter button in the clipboard group on the Home tab. Step 3, notice that the mouse pointer changes to a paintbrush icon. Click and drag the paintbrush icon over the new text to apply the formatting. Now the next topic is subscript and superscript effect. The subscript option places the selected text slightly below the line of normal printed text and make it appear smaller than the rest of the text. On the contrary, superscript option places the selected text slightly above the line of the normal printed text. To apply subscript option, follow the given step. Type H2O and select 2. Click on the Font dialog box launcher on the Home tab. Click on the Subscript checkbox under the Effects section and click on OK. Notice that the 2 will be placed below the line of the normal printed text. Similarly, change the formatting effect to the superscript. Now I again repeat the step to apply the subscript and superscript effect. To apply subscript option, follow the given step. Type H2O and select 2. Click on the Font dialog box launcher. Click on the Home tab. Click on the Subscript checkbox under the Effects section. Click OK. Notice that the 2 will be placed below the line of the normal printed text. Similarly, change the formatting effect to the superscript. Now our next topic is finding and replacing text. Sometimes you may need to search for a particular word or a text in a document, or you may need to replace a word with another word. To find, the find command can be used to locate a specific word or a text in a document. The replace command is used to replace a specific word or a text in a document with another word or a search. Find text. To find a text in a document, follow the given steps. From the Home tab, click the Find command. The navigation pane will appear on the left side of the screen. Type the text you want to find in the field at the top of the navigation pane. If the text is found in the document, it will be highlighted in the yellow and preview will be appear in the navigation pane. If the text appear more than once, you can click the arrow on the navigation pane to the step through the result. You can also click the result preview on the navigation pane to jump to the location of a result in your document. When you close the navigation pane, the highlight will be disappear. Now to find the text in a document, follow the given steps. From the Home tab, click the Find command. The navigation pane will appear on the left side of the screen. Type the text you want to find in the field at the top of the navigation pane. If the text is found in the document, it will be highlighted in yellow and preview will appear in the navigation pane. If the text appears more than once, you can click the arrow on the navigation pane to step through the result. You can also click the result preview on the navigation pane to jump to the location of the result in your document. And when you close the navigation pane, the highlight will be disappear. Now next topic is replace text. To replace the text in document, follow the given step. From the Home tab, click the Replace command. The Find and Replace dialog box will appear. Type the want to find in the Find What field. Type the text you want to replace it within the Replace with field. Click the Find Next and then Replace to replace text. You can also click Replace All to replace all the instances within the document. Now, to replace a text in document, follow the given steps. From the Home tab, click the Replace command. The Find and Replace dialog box will appear. Type the text you want to find in the Find What field. Step 3. Type the text you want to replace it within the Replace with field. Step 4. Click the Find Next and then Replace to replace text. You can click Replace All to replace all the instances within a document. Is page formatting. Making changes to the default setting for the pages in a document is called a page formatting. Word offers a variety of page formatting options that affect how the content appears on the page. You can customize the page margin, page orientation, and page size depending on how you want your document to appear. In Word 2010, the Page Setup group on the Page Layout tab is used for page formatting. Now applying margin. The amount of white space between the text and the edge of the page is called the margin. The Word document has a 4 margins: top, bottom, left and right. The default setting for all the 4 margins in a Word 2010 is 1 inch. This means that the text will be begin 1 inch away from all the 4 edges. To change the margin setting, follow the given step. Click the Page Layout tab. In the Page Setup group, click the Margin option. In the drop-down menu that opens, Click the margin setting you want. If the margin options that you is not in the list, click the custom margin. The page setup dialog box appear. Specify the top, bottom, left and right margin, then click on OK. I again repeat the steps to change the margin setting. Step first, click the page layout tab. Second, in the page setup group, click the margin option. Step 3, in the drop down menu that opens, click the margin setting you want. Now setting margin using ruler. You can also set the margin using the ruler bars. To display both the horizontal and vertical ruler bar, click the View tab in the Show group, select ruler. On the horizontal and vertical ruler bar, the shaded part depict the margin. The top and bottom margin are indicated by the top shaded part and the bottom shaded part of the vertical ruler respectively. The left and right margin are indicated by the left shaded part and the right shaded part of the horizontal rule respectively. To change the margin setting, say from the right margin, place the mouse pointer on the right margin boundary on the horizontal ruler. The pointer change the double-headed arrow called the margin marker. Drag the margin marker to the desired location. Now setting tabs within a document. Tabs or tab stops are used to control the alignment of text within a document. Tabs are used to indent a single line of text. Each time you press the tab key, the cursor point advances to the next tab stop. The following are the 5 tab stops in the Word document. A left tab stop set a start position of the text that will then run to the right as you type. The center tab step set a middle position of the text. The text centers on this position as you type. The right tab stop set a right end of the text. As you type the text, it moves to the left. A decimal tab stop aligns the number around a decimal point. The bar tab insert a vertical bar at the tab position. In Word 2010, the tab stops may be set in 2 ways: by clicking on the horizontal ruler bar and by clicking tab stop dialog box. To set a tab stop using a horizontal rule bar, follow the given step. Click the tab selector at the end of the ruler until it displays the type of the tab you want. Click the ruler at the position where you want the tab stop. The tab stop dialog box can also be used to set a tab stop. To get this dialog box, double click the tab stop on the ruler bar. Now the next is indenting text. Indent and tabs are useful tools for making your text more readable. Indenting text adds structure to your document by allowing you to separate information depending on your needs. You can use tabs and indenting to move single line or entire paragraph using indent with a tab key. A quick way to indent is to use the tab key. This will create a first line indent of 0.5 inch. To indent using tab key, follow the given step. Place the insertion point at the very beginning of the paragraph you want to indent. Press the tab key on the ruler You should see the first line indent marker move the right from 0.5 inch using indent command. If you want to indent all the lines in paragraph, you can use the indent command on the Home tab. To use indent command, follow the given step. Select the text you want to indent. Make sure you are on the Home tab. Click the Increase Indent command to increase the indent by increment of 0.5 inch. Click the Decrease Indent command to decrease the indent by increment of 0.5 inch.